I want you to imagine you are walking into a car dealership. You smell the fresh rubber, you see the polished chrome, your heart starts beating a little faster. A salesman in a sharp suit walks up to you, smiles, and asks you the single most dangerous question in the entire world of finance. He doesn't ask, how much is the car? He doesn't ask, what is the interest rate? He asks, what monthly payment are you looking for? In that split second, if you answer him, you have already lost. You see, most people think a car is just a way to get from point A to point B. But mathematically, for the average person, their car is a parasite. It is a financial black hole that sucks away their future freedom, $500 at a time. I'm Zach, and today we are going to talk about the monthly payment trap. I'm going to show you the financial handcuffs you don't even know you're wearing, and I'm going to prove with math why that $30,000 car you want is actually going to cost you over $200,000. Put down the keys, let's look at the numbers. Let's go back to the dealership. You want the new SUV. The sticker price is $40,000. You tell the salesman, I can't afford $40,000. I only have $500 a month. He taps on his calculator, he frowns, then he smiles and says, good news, I can get you into this car for exactly $500 a month. You sign the papers, you drive off happy. You think you won, but you didn't win. You just played a game called Hide the Sausage. How did he get the payment down? He didn't lower the price of the car, he just stretched the loan. Instead of a standard 3-year loan, he signed you up for an 84-month loan. That is 7 years. Here is the visual I want you to burn into your brain. Financial handcuffs. When you sign that paper, you are handcuffing your wrist to that car bumper. For the next 7 years, you are a slave to that metal box. You will likely get bored of the car in year 3. The warranty will run out in year 4. The repairs will start in year 5, but you will still be making payments in year 7. And the worst part? By year 6, you will likely be underwater, meaning you owe more on the car than the car is actually worth. You are paying for a ghost.
We all know cars lose value, but I don't think we feel it. If I told you to open your window and throw a $20 bill out on the highway every single Monday morning, you would think I was insane. But that is exactly what driving a new car is. Let's look at the depreciation curve. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, it loses about 10 to 20% of its value. Poof! Gone. In the first 5 years, a car loses about 60% of its value. So let's look at our person A versus person B. Person A buys a $40,000 new car. 5 years later, he sells it for $16,000. The cost wasn't just gas and insurance. The cost was the $24,000 of value that evaporated into thin air. That is $400 a month, every month, just for the privilege of driving new. Person B buys a 5-year-old version of that same car for $16,000. He drives it for another 5 years and sells it for $8,000. He only lost $8,000 in depreciation. Person A paid 3 times more than Person B to drive basically the same vehicle. Person A is setting his money on fire. Person B is just buying transportation.
Now, let's get to the part that really hurts. This is the million-dollar mistake. The problem isn't just the money you spend on the car. The problem is what that money could have done if you had invested it instead. Let's say you have a $500 car payment. And let's say, like most Americans, you always have a car payment. You pay off one car and immediately trade it in for a new one. You do this from age 25 to age 65. That is 40 years of paying $500 a month. If you had taken that same $500 a month and invested it in the S&P 500 with an average 8% return, do you know how much money you would have at age 65? Take a guess. $200,000? $500,000? No, you would have $1.7 million. Look at that number, $1.7 million. That is the true cost of your car habit. You are not driving a Ford, you are driving your retirement. You are driving your financial freedom. Every time you see a luxury car on the highway, I want you to visualize a bag of $1.7 million burning in the trunk. Is the leather seat warmer really worth $1.7 million to you?
Okay, Zach, I get it. Cars are wealth killers. But I can't teleport. I need to get to work. How do I buy a car without destroying my future? You need to follow a strict rule. The money guys have a great one called the 23-8 rule. 1. 20% down. You must put at least 20% cash down. If you can't save 20% of the price, you cannot afford the car. This prevents you from going underwater immediately. 2. 3 years maximum. Never, ever take a loan longer than 3 years, 36 months. If the payment is too high on a 3-year loan, the car is too expensive, period. Do not stretch the loan to lower the payment. You are just lying to yourself. 8. 8% of income. Your monthly car payment should not exceed 8% of your gross monthly income. If you make $4,000 a month, your car payment is capped at $320. Does that mean you can't drive the new Tesla? Yes, that is exactly what it means. It means you drive the used Toyota until your income goes up. Listen, I'm a car guy. I love cars. I love the engineering. I love the sound. But I love my freedom more. The car dealership is designed to exploit your psychology. They use the smell, the shine, and the monthly payment trick to keep you poor. They want you to stay on the hamster wheel, working just to pay for the machine that gets you to work. Don't fall for it. Break the handcuffs. Buy used. Buy cash if you can, and keep that $500 a month flowing into your assets, not your liabilities. Because looking rich is easy. Being rich is hard. And usually, the guy in the 10-year-old Honda is the one who actually owns his life. If you want to know exactly how to invest that $500 once you save it, watch this video on the flywheel effect next. Thanks for watching and drive safe.